Hello everybody, welcome back to Sudoku. We'll be making a bit more progress on this grid we've been working on for the past 10, 20, 30, 70... I'm not sure. Well, if I'm honest, I'd have to check the analytics on that. But I do have what over here, the Sudoku. I do hope you remember the rules, the general gist, or the gist, I should say. The general gist of Sudoku is, of course, that you. One moment. Much better. What you'd hope to be doing is filling in these little squares inside much bigger squares, which all form into one square. There are 3 squares in this square, and inside those 3 squares there are 3 squares. So what we want is to make sure that no square has the same number as another square in the same row or column. Now, I assume you know enough about architecture to know what a row, column and square is, so we'll jump right into it, to the number 1, I believe. Now, we may take a more freestyle approach today. I might be trying something out, but for the moment, let's check the first grid. So the first grid has a grid of 9 squares, in which we've already filled in the number 1. Well, let's go from left to right and then from top to bottom, shall we? We've filled in the number 4. Next we have, well, technically it's blank, but we have what is sort of lovingly referred to by me as penciled in the number 5 and the number 7. Now, of course, I'm not trying to suggest that both the number 5 and the number 7 can go in the same one. However, those are just penciled in. So next we have the number 2 and the number 9. There's a funny story behind the number 9. So the number 1 would be next, not numerically, of course. I mean the next one to go on. So the one after that would be 5 or a 7. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to say that you could have a 7 and a 5 in the same space, although they could, in fact, be in the same row or grid. But that's not what I'm talking about here. Moving on to the number 3. And the number 8 and the number 6. Now, only the number 4, 2 and 8 of those were filled in at the start of this. Anything else was filled in by us. So we'll go on to the second grid, which has the number 6, and then penciled in the number 1, and then next to that we have penciled in the number 1. Moving on from that, we have the number 4, the number 3, then the number 8, and then interestingly we have the number 2 or 9 penciled in, and then the next one we have the number 2 or 9 penciled in, and lastly we have the number 9 or the number 2, the number 2 or the number 9 inside. So I believe perhaps we've got enough of introductions, and we'll move on to starting to put some numbers in their squares, if you excuse the turn of phrase. So we'll start with the number 1, and I believe we've made all the progress we can at the moment with the number 1 on this Sudoku board. I apologise, I've been talking extremely rapidly. It's just a reflection of my enthusiasm into Sudoku. I appreciate that there may be some who listen to or watch YouTube video or audio at 2 times speed, and for those people I say hello. I apologise if my speed of speaking has made listening, or indeed watching, this audio/video at 2 times the speed. However, a simple solution would to be to slow your audio or video down from 2 or more. Although if you've got it down for above 2, I do require feedback. I don't know how to do that on YouTube. 2 to a number lower than 2, preferably closer to the number 1, which you may know as real time. So I assume that let's just check the time. Yes, I've checked the time, and I believe that I believe now I've checked the time at maybe time, if you'll excuse the pun, to let's just close the end. To wrap up this episode of Sudouk. Now, that's much better. Do be sure to follow me on my medias, social or otherwise. I do hope. Oh, I apologise, ladies and gentlemen. There's a train there's a train going past. Oh my. Oh, it is a thing of beauty. If I could see it, which I cannot, I'm afraid. I can only hear it. There is some foliage in between me and the train. I don't believe I've touched on this very much, but I'm quite an enthusiast of trains, you see, real time or real size or otherwise. I'm a particular fan of not scaled up models, as you'd say, but perhaps more die cast, if you'll excuse it, model railways. Well, that about does it, ladies and gentlemen. I need a better sign-off, actually. Do post in the comments if you can think of a little a sign-off a little better than the one I currently have, which is just ladies and gentlemen, which is also coincidentally my introduction. You can post such a suggestion in the comments. I will have to review them, of course, and I don't want anything too high energy now, like one of my cousins from across the pond. Well, never mind. It's not getting. This is mine, not his. Take that. So I'm signing off, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your spade sharp and your shovel shiny, and goodbye.